Welcome to another episode of It's Just Percy Podcast. I'm your host, Percy Collins. I just want to hop on here for a few minutes. I came across an article about a 10-year-old kid uh, upset over a virtual reality headset shoots his mom, and they will be charging him as an adult. I'm going to play this video.
Killing his own mother.
Police say he told investigators he pulled the trigger because he was mad she wouldn't let him buy something online. Let's get right to Steve Shamraz, anchoring our coverage live in Wauwatosa tonight from the Juvenile Justice Center. That's where the young accused shooter is in custody, Steve.
Yeah, Katie, the alleged killer here, again, only 10 years old, but facing homicide charges in adult court. That child is being held here at the Juvenile Justice Center, where he's awaiting an appearance next week before a judge. We're going to bring my colleague Uba Ali in now. And Uba, you have been going through the details of what happened in some of the court documents in this case today.
Yeah, Steve, and the details are very alarming. The complaint describes the very moment that child went into his mother's gun lock box and decided to take the gun out.
It's still a surprise when there's a shooting around. It's usually it's a quiet neighborhood.
Steve Frisch has lived near 87th and Hemlock for more than 2 decades. His quiet neighborhood to the gun safe. He says he took up a shooting stance and that he wanted to shoot the wall to scare her, but she walked in front of him. Family told the police the boy had, quote, rage issues all his life, and at 4 years old picked up a puppy by its tail and swung it around until it whined in pain. The criminal complaint states that 6 months ago, the 10-year-old filled a balloon with flammable liquid and set it on fire, which caused a sectional and carpet in their home to catch fire. A sibling told police the 10-year-old was meeting with a therapist who gave him a concerning diagnosis that led his mother to place cameras inside their home. The cameras were unplugged 2 weeks ago. A family member told police, quote, they felt bad for not stepping in earlier because they knew that eventually something bad was going to happen. This morning, we asked Mayor Kevlar Johnson about the charges the 10-year-old is facing.
Anytime there's violence that happens in Milwaukee, whether it's committed by somebody who's 10 years old or much older than that, that gives me pause. I don't want to see anybody hurt or lose their lives in the city. In this particular case, I don't have the details just yet. This is something that is coming to my attention just this morning.
Now, cash bond of $50,000.
Now, like I said in a previous video, black children cannot be viewed as innocent. Here you got a 10-year-old kid that's going to be charged as an adult. I bet you if that same child was white and committed that same crime, they would not be charging him as an adult. I said, black kids, we can't we're not afforded the oops moments. It's a mistake. No, as black people, we're not afforded those same opportunities as other races. Like I said, this woman was it doesn't say nothing about the dad. I think she had like 4 kids. It doesn't say anything about the dad. And I bet you this child, she was giving this child everything. I bet she was giving this child, was never telling this child no. And the moment you start telling these kids no, they'll get mad and they'll do shit like this. That's why you can't be mothering these kids. You need to start telling the kids no. They can't have everything, because the moment you tell them no, they're gonna get mad and they're gonna do stuff like this. Then they said this joker shot his mom, then went up there and placed the order using her credit card to order the damn headset. If his ass would have waited, he could have got it for Christmas. That's why I tell you, these kids now, they want everything right now. They don't want to wait. They haven't earned anything. They feel entitled. If they feel entitled as a child, when they become an adult, they're gonna feel entitled. He hadn't earned anything. What makes him think that he deserved? If she said no, she meant no. These kids, they can't take no for an answer. Then they get mad and then want to be violent towards you. Then when you put their ass in the system, then they say you low down and dirty. They're gonna make an example out of this child because they want his youth. They want his youth. And then you had a family member talking about he's sorry. Man, I don't want to hear that. Don't nobody want to hear that now. You had an opportunity to help that because I know that lady was voicing her concern to family members. I tell you, family ain't concerned about you unless you're doing something for them. The family let this woman down. Let this woman down and let that child down because she needed help. And the father of that child, he should have been in his life. Like I said, fathers need to stand up or step up. Stand up and step up. It's not fair that these mothers out here raising these kids by themselves. They didn't make these kids by themselves. She probably doing the best she can with that child. The child has raised issues because his daddy probably wasn't in his life. Because nowhere in that article did I read anything about his dad. Now this woman lost her life because of this child. Because of this demon seed child. He had no business even going to put his hands on that damn gun. When she said no, he should have took his little fat head ass upstairs and sat down somewhere. Now he's gonna be done with. You know, until he get the help he needs, he's gonna be a danger to himself. Then the Joker had the audacity to ask his auntie did the headsets come in after he done shot his mom in the face, killed his mom. But they charging him as an adult. And I said black kids, they are not afforded the same opportunities as everybody else. They don't have opportunities to be kids. Because if they commit one crime, they're gonna charge their ass as an adult. He 10 years old when he charged as an adult. Killed his mom because she told him no. I bet you his grades were bad. Well, now he ain't got nobody because he's selfish. He killed his mom and he uh, putting his brother and sister through suffering because he killed their mom. She didn't deserve that. When she told him no, that should have been the end of it. Not get so mad that you go up there and get a gun and then come back down there and shoot at her and then shoot her. I don't believe none that he tried to shoot at the wall. He did exactly what he set out to do. And he made that bed, now he got a lie in it. That family should have been stepped in on him when they say when he was 6 years old. The family should have stepped in. Like I said, the family failed him, the family failed her too. And that family ought to be ashamed of themselves. 10 years old. Now he finna go to jail, charged as an adult. They're gonna throw the book at this gentleman, at this young kid. If you found any value in this video, like, share, subscribe to my channel. It's Just Person Podcast. And like I always say, whatever you do, do it better. But I've always said they look black kids as grown-ups, as men, and they're gonna treat them as men, but they will never treat a white 10-year-old like that. They'll give them all the available help that they can, but not for our black children. If we don't care about our kids, they're not going to care about them. Peace.